As a video editor, have you ever wondered how you can create detailed map images of any location in the world? Because usually when you download map images from Google or other platforms, they're usually just plain images of states and countries showing the line borders and other topography elements. You can't really zoom into these images and get the detailed view of the map, like the street names and location of companies and stuff like that. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a map image that won't only reveal the landscape of the area, but you can zoom into that same image to reveal other details like the street names, location of companies, and other elements that will enable you create a very good map animation video. Hi, welcome to Joshman Create. My name is Joshman and I create content of video editing. So if you're interested in video editing tutorials and other tips that will make you a better video editor, please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss my upcoming videos. I recently used this technique of making detailed image maps to create a map animation video for a client. So if you want to check out that video, the link is in the description. So to be able to create these detailed map images, we're going to use a website called Snazzy Maps. So all you need to do is go to snazzymaps.com and you have to log in. Here. I'm logged in already. So I'm going to be using this interface map option because it shows the names of the road and the establishment and stuff like that. And for the video I want to do, I would need it. I'll need those names. Yeah, so this is the interface you're going to see when you click on any of the map options. When you click on any of those map options I just showed you earlier, you're going to see something like this. The map you're going to be working with is going to be by the right, and then you're going to have this panel by the left. With I think with this panel you can kind of customize the map and make some adjustments. I'm not really going in depth in this website. You can probably do more than just kind of extract maps, but I just want to show you how you can get detailed maps out of Snazzy Maps, this Snazzy Maps website. If you want to view this map in full screen, so you don't have this panel, you just click on this arrow right here, click on it, and now you have the map in full screen. So usually when you open any of the map, you would see a layout of New York. It always starts from New York. So when you open any of those maps, any of the designs, it starts from New York. But you can always change the location. So here's New York. I guess the people that created this website, they are probably based in New York, so they kind of, programmed it to start from New York. So the location always starts from New York, but you can always change your location to anywhere in the world at all. So I'm going to change my location from New York in the United States to Benin City in Nigeria. And to do that, I will just have to click on this search icon right here by the top right. So here it's right, it says New York, but we can always delete it and write wherever we want. So I'm going to write Ring Road, Benin City, Nigeria. I'm going to see the option right here, Ring Road, Benin. This is where we are going to. So click on it and just wait for a while. It's going to open. So here is Ring Road, right? And the advantage of Snazzy Maps is it allows you to take screenshots. You download sections of the map that you want, right? And if you want a larger area, you can just zoom out, and then you have a larger area, and then you can take a download, kind of take a screenshot, cut this part out, and make that image and download it from Snazzy Maps. Or if you want more details, you can just zoom in, and then now you can see the names of the streets and stuff like that. Yeah. So assuming you want to make, you want to create maybe a map animation, right? And you want these details to show, right? You want the details of the street and the businesses to show, but you want the image to cover a very large area, right? Like say this area, right? You want an image to show this whole area, but you want to, when you save the image, you want to be able to zoom into that image and have these details show, details of the streets and others. It's not going to be possible if you just download, say, this image, for example. If you download it and you zoom in, you won't see this, right? So in order to create something that is this large but detailed, you have to zoom in, say, zoom in this much, and then you start downloading different sections of this map. You download this map, maybe you move up, you download this part, you move here, you download this part. Now, as you download the different parts of this map, you download screenshots of the different parts of this map, you would have to be compiling them in a photo editing software, like maybe Photoshop, even Illustrator, Affinity Designer, or I think you can do the same in CorelDRAW. I think any picture editing software that has a layout where you can kind of combine images, so that when you download each of these images, you can kind of compile them, arrange them to make a whole in that software, and then you save it as one image. So that's what we're going to do. So let's say my goal right now is to create a map animation that kind of shows the direction between the center of Ring Road here and the University of Benin, which is up here. Uh, this is University of Benin right here, right? So I'm going to create a map animation that would show maybe a line of how you can move from the center right here. This part I've not loaded. The center right here to this place right here, right? And as you can see, we need all this layout to show. So if we zoom out like this, we can have both the center of Benin and University of Benin in one picture. So if we download this right now, we'll have both of them in one picture. But as you can notice, we've lost all the information, details of the streets and all these facilities. We need them in the video, right? So in order to have all these facilities in the video, we need to make download different screenshots of Ring Road and download all this individually, right? Different screenshots until we get to our location, which is University of Benin. So we have like different images that we download, and then we can use the photo editor to compile them together, right? So that's what we're going to do. So this layout is okay. We are going to take our first screenshot, download our first screenshot here. So let's center, this is the center here, let's center it. And then if you want to take a screenshot, download a screenshot of this page, you have to click on this icon right here, download image. That's the icon. You click on it, it's going to pop out this panel, and then you're going to see download image, dimension. So the original dimension is always going to be 500 pixel by 500 pixel, right? But you have to drag the slider to make it 1000 pixels to cover more area. So now you have 1000 pixel. So usually the pictures are downloaded in a kind of square shape. So you have 1000 pixel by 1000 pixel, right? So that's it here. And then you can, even right here, you can see change the location, move the kind of the covering or whatever, the place you want to be covered. And you can also download these images in 3 scaling options. So you have the 1x, which is the 1000 by 1000 pixel, and then you can make it 2x. If you download it at 2x, it's not going to be 2000 pixel by 2000 pixels, so the image will be bigger. And at 3x, this 3x option, you're going to have 3000 by 3000 pixel. So I'm going to be going for the 2x option, because since I'm not going to be working with just one image, I'm going to be working with a couple of images. So I'm going to be stacking them up in the photo editing software to make one full image, like a larger image. I don't want the size to be too much, so it does not lag my video editing software. So I'm going to click on 2x and click on download image. Here it says map image has been downloaded successfully. Another thing you should note about this Shazzy Map website is that you can download only 10 images a day. So once you log in with your email, you are given 10 images. So as you download images, different parts of the map, once it's 10, you can download it's 24 hours. In the next day, you can download. Now, the way you can download more images, more than 10, is by logging out of that email and logging in with another email. So with each email you log into, you have 10 images. So now that we've downloaded the first image, we're going to go to our file manager. We're going to go to where we downloaded the image. This is the image right here. Here, this is the image. Let's make it larger. This is the image. We're going to drop this image in, as I said, any photo editing software. I'm using Photoshop, but you can use CorelDRAW, Illustrator, Affinity Designer, any software that can edit pictures, right? So now that the image I've opened in Photoshop, I'm going to be confirming the size. I downloaded the 2x option, meaning this image should be 2000 by 2000 pixel. So I'm going to go to image and image size, change the inches to pixels, and here you go, 2000 pixels. If it was the 3x, it would be 3000 pixels. So we'll have to kind of create space for the other images that we're going to bring in. So we're going to click on the crop tool, and then we're just going to drag on the corners to kind of create space. Create space, zoom out, create space. We're increasing the size of the document. So we have to click on our browser and go back to Shazzy Maps. And now what we're going to do, we're going to drag the map up, drag the map up, drag the map up. And we're going to go back to Photoshop. We're going to zoom into this one we downloaded to see some of the facilities on top, so we know where we can cut it. All right, so we have this DPN Cinema and Entertainment Center. So back to Snazzy Maps, I'm just going to drag the map up to cover a new area, so we can download that part and add it and compare the images together. So I think we've moved up a little, and still using the 2x scale factor, we're going to download this part. Click on it to download. So now that we've downloaded the second one, we're going to open File Manager. This is the one we've downloaded. We'll open Photoshop, and then we're going to drag the second one into Photoshop. Now you have two images. Now you have to line up the images. I'll zoom in a little. To line it up, we have to make sure the facilities are kind of aligned, right? And this top one will just make the opacity 50, so we can align it. So just align it together. So you have this deep end cinema facility. We use it to align the whole map. It appears in both of the images. So align it, and then we take this opacity back to 100. So now we have two maps that are just seamlessly aligned. As you can see in the map, we've not gone into our destination, so we need to download one more map, and then we have to drag these two down to create space because it's going to be on top. Drag this down. So we'll go back to Snazzy Maps and then drag this up, and this is where we are looking for. This is our destination, University of Benin. Kind of put it in the center, and then we download still at 2x. As you can see, your map has downloaded successfully. So now that the third map has been downloaded, we'll go back to File Manager. This is the one that we just downloaded. We'll open Photoshop, open File Manager on top of it, drag it, right? Drag it on top. And once again, we have to align these two maps. We'll look for facilities that are in both of the maps, and then we'll just decrease the opacity of the first one, make it 50. So zooming in, we're going to bring this down and align. We're going to align these two together, these two icons together, since we have both of them in images. Align them, and then we increase the opacity to 100. So now you have three images that are seamlessly aligned. So this right here is the map image I created for the map animation video I made for my client, the one I told you about in the beginning of this video, and you can check it out. The link is in the description. And this one had a lot of images put together, right? See, it's so large. So if you zoom in, you see the different facilities. You zoom out, so it's a like really big landscape. And I had to download 17 images, 17 different images to make up this entire map. The software I use for this to combine it is Affinity Designer. As I said, you can use any software at all, Affinity Designer, Photoshop, but I just use Affinity Designer. I was downloading it from Snazzy, and I was just putting it together, arranging them in Affinity Designer. So you can see it's very, very large. So back to Photoshop, since the canvas we created is larger than the images, so we can go back to crop, kind of crop it in, give it a little space, crop it in, yep, enter. So now you have a kind of smaller image. So the background of the image, as you can see, there's nothing in the background, it's transparent. So we can just add a solid layer, maybe a black solid layer, so you can see the map. Yeah, a black solid layer. So now you can see the map we created. These are just like three images together. You can stack up as many images, make the landscape you want to cover very, very big. So if we want to animate it right now, we'll start from here, which is the center, and then we'll just draw the animation lines up to University of Benin. So that is how you can create your own detailed map of any location in the world, any location at all. You go to Snazzy, search for the location, save images of different parts of that area, put it together in your photo editing software, save it as one image. You can use it to make all kinds of amazing map animations and whatever you want to use it to do. Just know that the more images you add to make this large image, the more bulky the image is going to be. And if you have like a very large image, it might lag in your PC, right? So you have to take note of that. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please hit the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to this channel for more content. And I'll see you in my next video.